Alberta's Budget 2020 is being called a plan for jobs and the economy, but at its heart, its focus is on oil and gas. 2019 was a tough year, but there are signs of life. One pipeline, Line 3, began to come online in December, though it will take one more, either Trans Mountain or Keystone, to get Alberta the market access it needs. Betting that will happen, the province is forecasting oil revenues will double by 2023.
Hindsight's going to be 2020, but as I look ahead, and again, when I evaluate every one of those revenue lines and take a look at our underlying assumptions that have informed our revenue projections, I don't believe we're being over-optimistic.
To help with the recovery, there are a few new tools. Corporate tax cuts announced in 2019 will go even lower, and the government promises to keep pressuring Ottawa for a so-called fair deal. In fact, Budget 2020 features an entire chapter on this fight.
We share the frustration of so many Albertans. When we've been a province who's made an absolute outsized contribution to Confederation, and then we see a federal government implement policies that are absolutely contrary to the economic interests and to the interests of Albertans, and I would suggest the interest of Canadians. That's why we've devoted a chapter to it.
What isn't in this budget? Any kind of direct public investment in the energy sector. And there's nothing to account for the emerging threat of coronavirus, as the threat of a worldwide pandemic begins to impact the global demand for oil.
Ultimately, we can't predict where the coronavirus and the economic effects will end, quite frankly. But what we can do is we can manage the variables that this province can manage.